As you travel throughout Myanmar, it becomes clear that this country is steeped in spirituality. Shrines, temples, and pagodas line the streets. And here in Pagan, there are over 4,000 of these structures, each of which, at their heart, represent a search for God. The people of Myanmar are searching for the way, but they're lost. This is the home that your grandmother and your mother died in.
Yeah.
And your father lives where?
Same to live. Now my father is Yangon.
He lives in Yangon because he got a good job there.
Yeah.
And he comes back how often?
My father stayed in 1 year for 15 months.
For 15 months?
Yeah.
You haven't seen your father in 15 months?
Yeah. And then after he come back to January, and then we a lot of money. My father told me.
And how old are you?
I am 19.
19.
Yeah.
So when you pass away,
Yeah.
who judges what was good and what was bad? Who decides whether you did enough good or you were just a bad person?
For example, this concern to our action.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if we do the good, we get the good thing.
Jesus said in Matthew 28 that all authority in heaven and on earth has been given unto me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey all that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you, even to the end of the age. You know, I believe that the church often forgets that the commission is one to go among all nations. Do you have hope that you'll get it? Do you believe? No? You won't get nirvana? So can you reach nirvana? Can you get to nirvana?
No.
No?
No.
So when you die, what happens?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Have you ever heard of a man named Jesus?
So,
Have you heard of a man named Jesus? Jesus Christ?
we don't
No.
understand.
The Bible, have you ever heard of the Bible?
Bible?
It's a holy book for Christians. Do you know of this?
No.
No? Do you know Jesus?
I don't know Jesus.
You don't know Jesus? Nobody's come and told you the story of Jesus?
No. Some people, they don't sell me Jesus.
Some people, they don't sell you Jesus? It's not for
Not
sale.
so famous?
He's not so famous? Because you've never heard of him. He's very famous.
Here in Myanmar, there are around 50 million people. God has been at work here, especially amongst minority groups such as Achin, Kachin and Karen, where the local church is seeing growth. The majority groups such as Bamar, Rakhine, Mon and Pa'o, however, remain almost completely unreached and hold firmly to the Buddhist traditions.
Saved my soul. When he died for me, all those years ago. Jesus set us free. When he died on the cross, he died for you.
Although many live in Myanmar's two main cities, Yangon and Mandalay, The majority of the population is still rural. To reach these people, we have to understand the context into which we're preaching the gospel. How does the gospel play out in lives that revolve around traditional practices such as farming and fishing? We need to understand what's important to them and the big questions that they're asking. How will my crops fare this year? What if extreme weather wipes them all out? How will I feed my family? And does all this mean I have bad karma? In lives of such toil and insecurity, where do people turn for hope?
Set us free. When he died on the cross, he died for you and for me. And then he rose from shadow in a light the world had never seen, and he stood over death.
Although there is some movement across borders, the different ethnic groups remain distinctly separate. These dividing lines illustrate an underlying discourse. How can the local church, found mainly in the minority ethnic groups, get past historical, political and social barriers to reach out to the majority Buddhist Myanmar, Rakhine, Mon and Pa'o? The walls are formidable, but not impregnable. Christ has broken down the dividing wall of hostility and is building a church in which strangers become brothers and men who were once enemies now strive hand in hand to reach the lost. Myanmar, Karen, Kachin, Rakhine and all the rest, together as one.
Jesus, you rose. Jesus, you rose in a light of glory. And you did it all. You did it all for me. Oh, such an act of love the world has never seen. No, no, no. Oh, such an act of mercy, since there has never been again. And now I know life, I know life, and I believe in you and only you.
God's desire is that His salvation comes to every nation, language, and people. And He wants you and I to play a vital role in this. However, it's estimated that there's still around 2.5 billion unreached people throughout the world. And many of those live right here in Myanmar.
Precious Jesus, you did it all.